Hi, my name is Irene, and I'm a second-year nutritional sciences student at the University of Michigan School of Public Health. Today I'll be talking about canned and frozen fruits and vegetables during the winter. Is it okay to eat canned or frozen fruits and vegetables? Yes. Fresh fruits and veggies are ideal, but canned and frozen fruits and veggies are still nutritious and can be more convenient, especially during the winter months. This is because fresh produce, when it's frozen, is picked at its peak and then frozen at its peak, whereas fresh produce is picked at its peak, but it loses nutrients over time. Therefore, it's best to eat produce closer to when it's picked at its peak. Due to the growing season, some fresh fruits and vegetables aren't available in winter, or they become more expensive since they're out of season. Sometimes we all need a little break from the longer preparation times fresh veggies may take when life gets a bit busy. A few tips though. Watch out for items high in added sugar and salt. Look for canned items that are in water instead of syrup or juice. If this is tough to find, canned fruit in 100% juice will do. Take a look at the nutrition facts label. On the back side of the can is usually where you will find it. Salt contains sodium, so look for the amount of sodium on the nutrition facts label. If it's more than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving, look for something with lower sodium. Consuming foods with more than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving can lead to hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Added sugar should be avoided as well. It's recommended that we consume no more than half of our daily calories in added sugars. That means that no more around 100 calories or 25 grams for women per day, and no more than 150 calories or 36 grams for men per day in added sugars. Consuming too much added sugar can lead to type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Sometimes there are hidden ingredients, like additives, so make sure to read the ingredients section of the nutrition label. Rinsing your canned fruit and veggies several times before eating or prepping them can help rinse off added sugar or salt. Additives are substances that enhance flavor or appearance of foods and can also act as a preservative. Some additives include high fructose corn syrup and other artificial sweeteners like Splenda. Other additives include monosodium glutamate, or MSG, and sodium nitrate. Additives have been linked to digestive disorders, hyperactivity, insomnia, or inability to sleep, and irritability. Now, let's talk about a fun family project to preserve food when you do have fresh veggies. One way to preserve food is pickling or fermenting. First, get your favorite vegetable that hasn't spoiled yet. This can be cauliflower, carrots, green beans, asparagus, and of course cucumbers to make pickles. This recipe can be found at anoregoncottage.com. Using this recipe will take about 5 days for vegetables to ferment. So now I will show you how to ferment some vegetables. You will need 3 to 4 cups of cut vegetables. I am doing a smaller version, a smaller serving, so I'll just be using this little 6-ounce jar. But you can use any vegetables you like. I will be doing cauliflower, green beans, and then I'll be doing carrots. So first what you want to do is get your garlic clove. If you're doing the 3 to 4 cups of vegetables, you will want 3 of these. And so one fun task for the kids to do is to crush the garlic cloves. These at the bottom of your jar. My cut up vegetables, cauliflower, carrots, and green beans. So then once you have those all cut up, you do want to place them in the jar. You want to press firmly so the vegetables are at the bottom of the jar and as compact as possible. And then after that you want to add your seasonings. So I'm just going to add black pepper to mine. And these are optional. You can add dill, oregano, thyme, or other spices that you like. And then you want to dissolve your salt in water, in the 4 quarts of water. So I'm just using garlic sea salt, but you could use kosher salt, that's probably best. You can take a spatula around the sides to release any pressure or air bubbles. And then after that, you want to put your lid on top here. ferment at room temperature, which is 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, for 5 days. And you can go ahead and taste it during these 5 days to see which flavor you prefer. Make sure you're opening it every day anyway, even if you're not tasting it, just to release the air bubbles. And then after 5 days, you can refrigerate it, and it'll last you up to 2 months. If you're short on time, here's a recipe for pickling. You'll need a pound of cucumbers, 1 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of water, and 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. The recipe can be found at www.thekitchen.com. You can use the same jars or Ziploc bags as you did in the last recipe. Remember, first, wash your cucumbers. Then thinly slice them and place in quart jar or inside Ziploc bag. Add vinegar, salt, and water in a saucepan. Bring to a boil. Stir until salt dissolves. Add salt water to jar or Ziploc bag. Tap jar gently on the counter to release air bubbles. This may be a task the kids can do. Add more brine from the saucepan into the jar or Ziploc bag if needed. Put tight lid on jar and let cool to room temperature. Place it in the fridge. And you can enjoy it 2 hours later, but the best taste will be if you leave it in for 2 days. These jars or Ziploc bags of pickled veggies will last up to 2 months in the fridge. I hope this has been helpful in giving you fruit and veggie ideas for the upcoming winter and a fun activity to do with the family to preserve food. Thank you for joining me.